Welcome back to Green Machine Vending. It has been one hectic month. 3 of our main distributors were raided right before the veto happened. And one of those is one that I had permission to film inside of. This makes creating content pretty tough, but I'm on the hunt to find more. The only problem is the wholesale district in Dallas is very tight. All the other wholesalers could see the raids happening on these main shops from their parking lots and storefronts. That of course created a deep fear among them. Whenever I was going out to try to buy from them, I think a lot of them assumed that I was an undercover and they wouldn't sell to me. So I began driving around, jumping through hoops, and networking with every single hole-in-the-wall shop that I could find, contacting other vape shops and smoke shops and seeing what their solutions were, because I knew they were dealing with the same problem. I can only find most of the products that I carry. I tried to go online and ask if these larger companies could just sell me direct, but a lot of them have minimum purchase requirements, and I just cannot afford the thousands of dollars that it is to get a singular product in, and it would take me far too long to move it. I was able to contact one business from my other video, Crispy Blunts, and they were able to break that rule and sell me a smaller amount. Super happy, super grateful for that. As for the rest of the products in my machine that I sent a message to asking to get direct from, they either haven't replied or probably just won't reply, so in the meantime, I'm just gonna have to replace them. One that I hate to lose are these modern herb caramels. The older people especially love these. I sell these quick, but they're probably just gonna have to be replaced with these bomb pops. They've got other flavors, but they're 1,000 milligram each gummies, 2 come in a pack, and they go for the same price. So I guess I'm just gonna have to start replacing things. Now there's some of these products that I really would like to keep around. So my problem is I'm not a big enough buyer to meet these minimum purchase requirements. My solution, become a big enough buyer. So I'm gonna have to get more machines and expand the business. While there are still restrictive laws coming later this month, I started this business months ago knowing that they could crash the entire industry. But I'm gonna carry out that risk knowing that they could still crash out this industry by the end of the month, so might as well play it out. So now I'm at an impasse. I need another machine, but I've had my eyes glued on these AI smart vending machines, the future of vending. But like everything, there's pros and cons when comparing to the classic vending machine. So let's go over these pros and cons. I've got a pen and a pre-roll. Let's dive in. All right, so let's try to quickly run through this. As you can see, I'm actually not really a vending machine guy. I'm a doctor. Let's see what my handwriting. But let's run through these. These are the pros and the cons of each one. Classic vending machine, AI smart cooler. These are only about $2K, all outfitted out. I've upgraded control boards, bill validators, put a wrap on it, all that for $2,000. I've done it before. I can do it again. It only runs cash. That's a good thing and a bad thing. Card reader can raise your sales up to 60%, but there's also overhead that comes with that, so we'll get onto that later. There's great parts availabilities for these classic machines since they were made in America. Of course, you can just find the parts all over the USA. Repair knowledge is readily available. There's tons of people who have been working on these machines for the last 20 or 30 years, and so you can just hop onto any Facebook group for vending machines and you can find just about anything you need. It's made in America. Parts are easy to find. It's very heavy. That might be seen as a con, but it's actually a pro when it comes down to possibility of theft, because if it's a light machine or if it's on wheels, like this one, it can just be rolled away. This one, it's gonna need, they weigh about 800 pounds, good luck. Higher rate of malfunction. Since you have those motors spinning the coils, those can jam up and you have to go and take care of that. So that is a con there, but it's easier to track your taxes. I just open up my bill box, write down how much I sold, and I just write my percentage out of that. Makes it super easy. So let's move over to the AI Smart Cooler. It's 4K after it's all outfitted, I estimate, for the one I want. It's card only. That is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because then there's overhead that goes with that. The high overhead fees will run about $60 just for the overhead fees, not including your percentage that comes out of your sale, which is, I believe, 6%. It does have a higher rate of sales. You will make more sales with that because whenever the cooler is open, people are more likely to just grab more products. It's just the way it is. Also, any product can fit in these AI coolers. You can take out the product pushers and just set stuff right out on the shelf. It's no problem. Con can be that they can be rolled away. They are on wheels usually, and you're gonna have to anchor it down. A lot of the places where you wanna set a vending machine are gonna be like, no, you cannot drill holes in my wall to anchor down your machine. So that's not gonna work. Parts can be hard to find, and parts will take a long time to ship because the machine is made in China. And trying to contact that customer support is not easy. It's also a cooled machine. That is a good thing, but it can be a big negative going here into the future to see if what quality this machine is made. Because if you have your compressor go out, good luck finding one, good luck getting the knowledge to install it, because I'm sure they do some weird stuff. It's Chinese machines, I've seen them, they're interesting. It's also a new company. Haha hasn't been around all that long. And there are other companies that are entering the AI cooler race, and they're trying to beat them. So who knows if they'll be around in a year or two to help you with your problems on your machine. And they have already identified problems with this machine, specifically with the reader, where the SIM cards are not able to connect. So your machine will be down at days at a time, and their only solution so far hasn't been a proper fix. It's just been to try to get Wi-Fi at your location, which is not always a possibility. Like I said, the cooler can raise your sales up to 60%, and that is the biggest thing that makes me sway toward the smart cooler, right? But for the price, $4,000, $2,000, I'll just set up 2 machines, secure 2 locations, and later on, after somebody wins this race on the smart coolers, I can then upgrade those to smart coolers. That's probably what I'm gonna stick to now. So now that I know that a classic vending machine is the way for me to go, I'm gonna go ahead and start looking at Marketplace, bring another machine on over, start upgrading it, wrapping it, stocking it, and looking for a location. And then I'll start on the next one. I'm really excited to start expanding, so go ahead and subscribe and catch me in the next video.